What up, what up, what up, everybody? Thank y'all for joining us on another smoke session.
Bitch pudding.
I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
I'm your boy Black Hand.
Brother Little Son Cam.
And with us is a smoke session. Thank you for joining us as always. For those of y'all who watch us all the time, hey, thank you for watching us. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. We definitely appreciate any word y'all can spread. We're looking for more viewers, and we hope y'all can help us get there. If you're interested in what we're doing, what we got coming up, check out the website, www.thadailysmoke.com.
And don't forget that Cash App.
Oh, you already know what we're going to get that Cash App.
To do this, the do what we're doing, we need a little bit of help.
Help is appreciated.
TD Smoke.
$ TD Smoke.
$37.50. If you can see $37.50.
And like I say all the time, if you can't donate, we understand. Right now, financial times is tough. But if you can't do nothing else for us, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it.
Just keep watching.
Right. And definitely keep watching because we're going to keep trying to bring you good content. Hopefully things that you're interested in. And if you got anything that you want us to talk about, put it in the comments down below. You can go in and leave a message for us on the website. We could even have you on the show. So you've already seen we brought two viewers on, even though they happen to be old friends. Still, they was watching the show regularly. Shout out to David Martin and David Wilson. Thank y'all.
The two D's.
The Daves.
The double D's.
The double D's.
Yeah.
So thank y'all. Shout out to the double D's. We appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully y'all enjoy this episode as well. Tonight we're gonna be talking about Boondocks.
Yeah. Before we get into Boondocks.
No, I'm not finna get into it. I'm just saying that's what's coming up. But just understand that's a show that I love. So it's gonna be a fun conversation when we get into it.
It's gonna be a lot of laughing.
But how you been, brother? How's everything going, man?
So far, I am doing good. I wouldn't say perfect, but I'm in a better spirits because my birthday is coming up May 27th. If you need send me some money, $37.50 or something. Anyway.
Need enough to buy a couple of 40 ounces or something. What you gonna be? 50?
Yep. I'm hitting the big 5-0 this year.
Oh, god damn, bro.
I remember 7 years ago when I was a big 5-0.
Now you just low.
You're knocking on the 6-0 now.
I'm telling you, man. And that's how long I've been to Puerto Rico because I celebrated my 50th birthday in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really? Wow.
I wanted to go home for my 50th, so I had that.
I just trying to make it.
Been 7 years.
You got any plans to go back?
I want to real bad. We're going to try to see if we can do like a family reunion or something.
That would be
I ain't had a
nice,
family reunion in a while.
And it would be more my immediate. I don't know if my sisters would like come.
Brothers and sisters and stuff
And
like
if they don't, it's just me and my daughters, my granddaughters, and, Amy, and just us, like
That's cool.
people.
That's because y'all got children and, I'm just me and mom. So.
Nah,
Too late.
yeah, I said with mine, I'm going to start trying to plan something just so we can get into the habit of at least getting together. Because I got my oldest is 20, she finna be 25, as a matter of fact. My oldest is 25, she got 2 babies. My next one is 24, him and his girlfriend, a heartbeat away from moving out, any day now.
Their own shit.
Yeah, so I'm sure that's probably gonna come to something, if not in the too far future. And then I still got 2 more that's really too young to even be thinking about kids. But shit, you start the tradition now. That way they get into the habit. They know
Kick him out.
Daddy's birthday or something like that.
Or even if it's just, because Thanksgiving and Christmas, they'll come through and all that. But gotta be another time. Gotta be more than just them two.
When you get together just for the sake of being around family. You know what I'm saying?
Just family and your girlfriend, your wife, your husband.
The thing with me is
just like I said, my immediate.
Right.
My chunk of the tree from that branch on.
Exactly. Because it's got to start somewhere. And if like my extended family, we used to do family reunions and stuff like that. But after a while, especially after my grandparents passed, the family just kind of lost they were the heart of everything. They were the center of everything. So it just kind of fell out of
loop.
Yeah. Nobody's really tried to do it since then. At least not that I've heard of any significant plans.
I'm saying when my family is getting smaller and smaller as far as lost so many aunts, uncles, things like that. So it's getting shorter and shorter, and cousins and cousins.
Bobby, you can still have a couple kids.
For real.
Follow me on Facebook.
Follow I'm saying? Facebook. Follow him on Facebook, Bobby Hood. If
I do cook.
If you interested, y'all might be able to work something. But
Now before though, gotta clean up the do, get shade, get all right.
Oh yeah. We're not.
I take care of you. I take care of
you. We gonna polish him up before we let him out the house. You know what I'm saying? We gonna polish him up.
And if you continue watching, on my 50th, it's gonna be a whole new remake. So
something to look forward to.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
All right.
It's something how you think about that as you're 30. Yeah, I'm 30. Well, first 21.
Right. You ready for the world?
Then it's like, oh shit, I'm 30. Damn. Cause depending on where you're at in life, you're like, I ain't this shit. I'm 30 years old. Fuck. Next thing you know, you're 40.
Like, damn, wait a minute, where did the time go?
And you either see a difference that's going, or you're still in the same boat. But either way, it's still like 40.
I'm saying with me, I didn't even expect to even make it 30 because of my lifestyle. So, but God is like, I got a plan for you. So this is why I'm sitting right and doing this episode with you. So I have a plan.
And like we said, it's never too late. I had Evie at 50. So.
Never too late, yeah.
It's never too late.
Yep.
I mean, I think the 94 is the oldest man that ever had a kid, if I'm like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Ski. 97 years old if he had a child.
But the male body can stay fertile up until those ages, 80, 90 years old. It's possible. It's not, I wouldn't think of it something that probably would happen every day. Because hell, most 80, 90-year-olds can't even get an erection.
Right.
But nowadays, that ain't even the problem. You just buy some pills. I saw this thing on
TikTok. Put some on it till it sucks it out.
I saw this thing on TikTok the other day. It was some kind of they call them blue chews, and it's supposed to be like Viagra, but you don't have to get no prescription or nothing for it.
Just chew it.
And it's like a gummy, and like you just chew it, wait a little bit, and supposedly.
So that means that even though how hard that was to get when it first came out, pretty soon it'll be over the counter. Like getting condoms and shit. The
funny thing about Viagra is Viagra started off as a blood pressure medicine.
Yes.
Right.
They was using it for blood pressure because people with high blood pressure, it's a, what do they call it? A vascular dilator. It opens up your arteries and stuff like that, so the blood can flow through more easy, which lowers your blood pressure.
But being a man,
well, the dudes that they was a lot of the men that they were giving it to started telling them, hey, y'all gave me this medicine. I've been noticing ever since I started taking it, my stuff is like boom, like it used to be.
Right.
And so then that's when they realized, okay, this is a side effect that seems to be not only happen consistently, that's a side effect we like. Let's look into that.
Right. That's why if you take blood pressure medicine,
dick medicine, that's what I call it.
Right. You can't take them. You can't take them together because it'll drop your shit so low you'll just pass out.
So if she wants to fuck after you take your pills, it's gonna be lit, baby.
Baby, we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Look, catch you in the morning.
Let me put my my apron on so I can my bib on.
It's like I'm waiting for Cletus. He took his vibe, but like an hour ago, waiting to just kick in.
What was that
until then, I'm gonna make my greens over here.
What was that one thing? It was like Papa took his Niagara.
Yeah, that's all part.
He took his Niagara, so we're gonna have to wait a little while. It's gonna take about 45 minutes or so.
Until then, I'm gonna put these greens on.
Start a pot of greens. Lord.
But yeah, we just fucking child just.
Man, I swear the shit. Okay. So let's talk about Boondocks. Cause honestly, dude, like the shit even we talking about. If Boondocks were still around today, damn well they'd be making jokes about the same shit.
Oh man.
Cause that show covered everything.
They're thinking about continuing Boondocks.
Well, but the thing about it to me is it's not gonna be Magruder. And without him, because like that last season,
it's gonna be different people.
Yes.
Well, of course, first of all, different voice actors in a lot of cases, because John Witherspoon is dead, so we got to get a new granddad. I don't know if Regina King would come back to do Huey and Riley, but
yeah, because she just lost a son. Lost her son.
I mean, that
still work.
Yeah, work is work. So I don't know, but I don't know if she would want to come back. I haven't heard anything about that. And then a lot of the other people have just gone on to do different things. They might not be free. I don't know.
Oh yeah, like Charlie Murphy.
Oh yeah, Charlie Murphy passed. Yeah, I forgot about him. Ed Asner. He was Ed Wunsler. So yeah, he's passed. So shit.
Man, you'd have to find a lot of new people that the voices got to come close.
At least.
It won't be the same.
Or come up with new characters. But I don't know.
Then it ain't Boondocks.
I know.
Then it ain't Boondocks.
If it's not with the original.
Yeah, you can't. Some things once they're past their prime, just stay there. Let it go.
As much as you want it to come back, it's gone.
Yeah, and it exists on its own, and it's wonderful the way it is. Even despite the 4th season, that was. It wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't as good as the previous seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the original.
Because Magruder just made Aaron Magruder, who was the original. Boondocks was originally his idea.
Yeah.
And he started it off as a comic strip. And so what he, if anybody who grew up in the 90s probably remembers, I remember actually reading it in the papers for years before it actually became the cartoon. And when I heard that it was being made into a cartoon, they said that the first episode of Boondocks broke records on Cartoon Networks. It literally, like, millions and millions of people tuned in to watch it. The show was popular from the beginning.
That was 2005.
2005. The first episode came out in 2005.
The comic came out in 2000. It aired on Adult Swim in 2005. The comic came out in 1996. This is when Magruder started.
So that was a few years in between.
Yeah, I thought it was
2000 to 2007. Where the comic actually came out in 2007.
Are you talking about the comic strip or the cartoon?
The comics.
Because I thought the comic strip came out in like the mid 90s.
Yeah, 1996.
Right. So the show, the actual cartoon.
2000. 2005.
2005. All right.
Because Adult Swim, because they loved the premise, so they bought the rights to it.
So the comic was popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
The comic was. As a matter of fact, he was around for a long time, building up that popularity. He started off as just like it started off as a comic strip and just like a local. I think it was like a college paper.
Yeah.
And then of course it got a little popular. And I think eventually he wound up getting not only national syndication in newspapers, but he even made it into the Source. Remember Source magazine? Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he even made it into the Source.
It got real popular. Right?
Yeah, and then of course that started catching more and more people's attention, and eventually somebody approached him with the idea of doing a TV show, which actually was his intention from the first place. He wanted to make a cartoon, but he knew he had to build the popularity of the idea in order to get it there. So that's what he did. That's why he started the comic strip.
Yeah, because I think Fox wanted to bring it up. They wanted to buy it, but
they wasn't trying to put the money behind it and the effort behind it that he wanted. Right. Because he had a certain vision. Like there was a reason it looked anime style, because he felt like that art style told better stories than stuff like The Simpsons and all of that. Because when you think about a lot of adult cartoons back at that time, everything kind of looked like The Simpsons with that real. Even if it wasn't copying The Simpsons, it was that kind of lazy animation. You know what I'm saying? Where there wasn't a whole lot of detail.
The standard drawing.
There wasn't a whole lot of detail. Everything was just kind of suggested at. But he chose a style that really let him be able to tell facial expressions, emotions and things like that. And caught some accuracy and realism with it. Of course, I say he's the main character, even though he was the main character, let's say, in the comic strip. But people say the show actually tended to focus more on Granddad. But number 2, if you can, Los, Huey.
That would be Huey.
Mr. Huey Freeman, voiced by.
Mr. Huey was voiced by.
You don't know that?
I thought you knew that.
You don't know that? Huey
Huey. No,
That's,
well,
that's Regina King.
Regina.
Yeah.
But Huey was also a character that was based off of Huey P.
Newton.
Yes.
Yeah, the name came from
like
Huey P. Newton.
activist?
Yeah, he
Yes.
was one of the Black Panthers.
Right.
Yeah. So
That makes sense because that's how he was. You know,
and in the comic strip, Huey never smiled.
No.
He never smiled. Now in the show, he actually did smile a few times. But if you
Barely.
notice, they kept him very serious. He was just supposed to. He's the straight man of the show. That's his job. You know.
right.
Yeah. So he was always a straight man, and like stuff like when he had to fight Bushido Brown.
Oh,
Remember when they had to? I forgot what he was trying to do, but he had to fight Bushido Brown, and he made that glove, that electrified glove. That shit was actually pretty damn dope, especially that fight scene. I love that shit, man. That was
the
classic.
animation on this was bad. The animation was on this was dope.
The animation on that show was top notch, man.
Yeah.
For especially considering being a black show at that time when nobody was really doing anything like that, like you only saw animation of that caliber really in anime shows. It was really something for its time, man. And I think honestly, he was a bit ahead of his curve, and nobody's really been able to capture what he's captured when it came to animation since the Boondocks. Aaron McGruber, he really knew what the hell he was doing, man. I give that dude mad credit. Yeah, he really knew what the hell he was doing.
And the thing that it was just not him as illustration. It was also Jennifer Singh, Seng.
Yeah,
And also Carl Jones. Well, not Carl Jones. Also helped launch some of this shit.
they were I think if I remember right, they were some of the animators on the show.
Yeah, they were the illustrators.
Well, because when he was doing the comic strip, he was doing the writing and the art.
Yeah.
But of course, with an animated show, it's too much. It's too much for one man.
Because when they went to Adult Swim, that's when he.
And another thing too is they wound up being the most expensive show at that time that Adult Swim had ever funded, because it was costing them millions of dollars per episode, per season, I think it was.
Yeah.
But because they spent so much money on the art team and all that kind of stuff.
They were making that money, goddamn.
Exactly. But it was the most popular show at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you manage to get any of the? Okay. So then we're gonna talk about your boy Riley. Now, Huey and Riley, of course, are brothers. At the beginning of the show, they wind up with Granddad because their parents had died.
Granddad, voiced by your boy, rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Definitely.
He's coming out.
Yeah, we'll get to him. But yeah, Riley was like your little thug, wannabe. Really, he wasn't really. Well, no. Actually, I'll take that back. He had some real gangster in him.
But you have to think at his age, he was just being what they call influenced by what's around him.
True, but he grew up in the same house Huey did, and Huey didn't act like that.
That was the cool shit he liked.
Right, but it was just how brothers are gonna be different.
It's just like me and my brother. My brother was into books and shit and studying. I was into fucking around and acting a fool.
My brother was into football. I was in the house watching nature documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's that kind of thing. When you have, especially if you kids and you're close in age, you're gonna automatically gravitate towards the opposite of what the other kid likes. Right. Just because sometimes you're gonna want to do things on your own. And since Huey was the older brother, I would think in the natural course of things, it makes sense that Riley would have come out being more street, because if anything, he wants to stand out from his older brother.
Right.
But
True.
But like when your boy was selling them candy bars, man, this fool had a whole crime. Well, I can't even say crime because it was just candy bars. But he had a whole syndicate, off of selling those damn candy bars. Man, that shit.
I wish we can just show you some of the episodes, but YouTube.
We can't do that. We don't want them copyright strikes.
Right. But yeah, I wish we could do that. But yeah.
But then Riley had some suspect moments as well, especially when he was following your boy. What was his name? No, not Thugnificent.
Gangstalicious.
Gangstalicious, yeah.
Gangstalicious.
That's what his name. Gangstalicious. So yeah, when he got into the whole homies over hoes thing, and he was wearing the skirt, the shorts, but they got the skirt across the front.
That's not even a skirt. That's I don't even know what that was.
The sports.
That's what they call it.
That's what they. I remember back in probably like it was maybe like the early '90s. I remember when girls used to wear stuff like that. It was like shorts, but then they had that little flap in the front that it made it look like a skirt, but
it was
It was just shorts. Yeah. But that's basically what your boy did. And then he put on that little the midriff tank top. That.
No. What got me was he also sported this purse, and then
That's a man bag.
that's a purse.
He called it a man. It was a man bag.
It was a man bag.
That's
man.
a purse.
It's a man bag.
No, that's a purse.
They call it a man bag.
Especially on the shoulder. Now that's a purse. I don't give a damn what you say.
Nowadays they call that a messenger bag.
Who you messaging?
It's just a messenger bag.
That's the kind of bag a messenger used to roll with.
Yeah, because they put the strap like over across the opposite shoulder.
But wearing
so they can't drop the bag.
Plus that, no. Wearing that plus that, no.
And then he had sandals on too.
No.
But man, hey.
They make it even worse. It's like, man, you got sandals on?
Like, dude.
What's wrong with you?
Your boy Ruckus was laughing at him, talking about, yeah, he just one step away from the homosexuals. What did he say? He gonna.
Yeah, he's one step away from being the homosexuals, and thinking like Ben just going out to a club or whatever, bending over a table and just showing his ass. I'm like,
Lord.
no.
Have another man standing behind him.
That's what
and then twerking.
Right.
And twerking. No.
But then we got your boy granddad, Robert Jebediah Freeman. And like we said, that was
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon doing his voice. Honestly, granddad was my favorite character on the show because he just said whatever,
It's John Witherspoon, shit. But still, granddad, yes, I love him.
That's because role like he would have been John Witherspoon.
And the funny part is he would even make references to himself, like John Witherspoon would make references to John Witherspoon when he was doing granddad. I'm like, nigga.
And the thing is, he was just being himself. That's John Witherspoon. It's like with his sons and daughters, he was just being himself,
just talking like he would talk. That's what made the character so much fun. When he started telling, like, especially when he was dating.
Oh, not the hoe.
Every time he would bring a woman home, it was always something. Remember the crazy wolf bitch?
Oh, yes.
Luna. I think that was her name.
Yes.
Luna, yeah.
She was all fine and shit.
Super fine.
But crazy as hell.
Psycho. Deranged. Yeah. Shit like that. It's like, dude, he's just an old man. He just trying to get some. And, he old and horny. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I'm turning 50, but I'm not that crazy.
Then
no.
Nah. I know crazy and crazy. No, hang on that right.
Probably one of my favorite characters on the show though was Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus. Oh Lord Jesus, Uncle Ruckus.
My name is Uncle Ruckus.
Played by
no relation. You know what just dawned on me for the first time today? He would always introduce himself as Uncle Ruckus, right?
Yes.
And he would always say no relation. What if his name was Uncle Ruckus? Uncle was his first name and Ruckus was his last name. Because they never really tell you his whole name.
Right.
No.
But if he's
Uncle Ruckus.
But if his name is Uncle Ruckus.
No relation to
right. Because if your parents named you Uncle, then you'd have to point out to people, I'm not saying I'm your uncle. Right. That's my name.
Right. That makes sense because in him saying it was almost like saying I ain't related to these.
Right. He's like, my name is Uncle Ruckus. No relation.
Played by a brilliant comedian, Mr. Gary Anthony Williams. Man, he played the crap out that role.
The killer part to me about that character was that most of his jokes, most of the things that he said was funny, was just him ad-libbing. They literally...
All these niggas.
They liked him when he was in the character so much that they would just let him go. And, like, he would just start saying shit. And it was all usable. it was all just, stuff that was fucking funny. Cause man, don't
Like
trust
those over here.
don't trust them new niggas over there.
No, they nigga.
Don't trust them new niggas over there. Boy, what I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Man.
That show had me dying. I mean, Ruckus, like, with the reverse vitiligo.
Right? That's funny.
I got the reverse vitiligo. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson got. That lucky bastard.
Right?
There's no such thing. It's like, wait a minute.
I got re-vitiligo. That nigga was like, my skin just get darker and blacker and darker and blacker some more.
I think it was like an episode. They was like, I used to did with bleach and all that.
Yeah, he said he put his cream on his skin that was a combination of bleach and sulfur.
Yeah.
But luckily, I haven't gotten any darker in the last few years.
That helped.
It seems to have helped.
But Uncle Ruckus, oh man.
Man, that was a character. Like, where do you come up with a self-hating black man that much?
That'd be my dad.
Right.
Well, my dad used to just hate other Negroes. I'm like, but in terms, they got big nose, big, the lips. I'm like, I'm looking at you.
Like, you talking about yourself, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Like Uncle Ruckus.
He was the darkest one. Probably, matter of fact, I think he was the darkest one on the show.
Right?
Yeah.
That shit.
Because the Freemen are pretty much fairly light skinned.
Right.
And then, yeah. As a matter of fact, he's probably the darkest one on the show.
That's why it was funny. Because he's talking so much shit about black people. He was everything he said.
Everything he hated.
That's funny.
But he loves him. He loved him some white folks.
Well, that's why he was always jealous of Tom. Because Tom Dubois, he had
played by Cedric
Yarborough. Cedric Yarborough, yeah. But the Dubois were the next door neighbors, if I remember, or it's cross the street neighbors, matter of fact. Yeah, they were cross the street neighbors, and you had Tom, black husband, Sarah, the white wife, and then their little mix. Who played Sarah?
Sarah, that'd be Sarah. I'm sorry, Jill Talley.
Jill Talley, yeah. And then the daughter was played. The daughter was Jasmine.
Yeah, played by Gabby. I'm gonna probably
Soleil.
Her
name is Soleil.
Jasmine, yeah. And also with Jasmine, she was played by two different actors. Also, the other actress was Cara Polis, I believe. I'm probably.
I don't know the second one's name because that was in that last season, that fourth season. That I didn't really watch the whole season because it was just like.
Yeah, she was played by two different actresses.
Well, because the first actress, she outgrew the role. Her voice, she grew up and her voice changed. Yeah, because they were gonna have. Dang it! It was somebody famous who they were going to try to get to do that part, and now I've forgotten who it was. But at the last minute, they decided to go with Gabby because they said her voice was just more authentic, being an actual little girl.
Yeah,
it was an actual little girl that.
That one character was like the only one, as far as I know, on the show that was voiced by an actual kid.
Oh.
But she also had the smallest roles. She wasn't a very much of a main character.
Right.
But like
she was always so nice.
Yeah.
Like didn't believe in shit.
And then what killed me was your boy Tom and his wife, especially when they was going through their whole, her crush with Usher and.
Oh, it was the whole marriage thing, cause
when that nigga did his music video of "Let It Burn."
Let it burn.
Oh man. That shit killed me. Matter of fact, that picture that I picked for him was him doing the video in the rain.
Literally doing the video in the rain, and you have other
neighbors came out,
and then also joined in, and then the cop like whoop whoop. I'm like, oh,
okay, we gotta go in the house now. Like, shit, man.
Boondocks is my shit, dude. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit was so funny, man. I couldn't even tell you how many times I probably watched those episodes. And if you're talking about sitting back, trying to relax, maybe you done smoked a little bit, maybe you done had you a drink for the evening, sit back, watch your damn Boondocks. and this shit was just it took the edge off the day because you felt like, okay, this is somebody who gets it. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Aaron McGruder. He really he spoke to a lot of what black people have to deal with,
and understood how to put it in
he made it funny, yeah,
and put it in the right way.
He made it funny. You know, no doubt. The show was hilarious, but at the same time, you saw yourselves in those characters. We saw us in the shit that when they talked about having a nigga moment. Who the hell didn't understand that?
Right.
If you grew up living in any kind of hood, you know exactly what he meant when he said a nigga moment.
All the shit they talked about was stuff that involved black people and white people and
real shit.
And Uncle Ruckus was like some real fucking black people that was so brainwashed that we ain't shit. White people, like you said, your dad.
Yeah.
And nowadays the funny part is you see it more and more and more. Nowadays you got people out there like Candace Owens and stuff like that who are literally Uncle Ruckuses just without the fucked up eye.
Right.
That one eye.
Make no damn sense.
Man, that shit.
That's crazy.
But no, Uncle Ruckus, just go to YouTube or whatever. Just pull up Uncle Ruckus, the best moments of it, and you're gonna enjoy yourself.
In prep for this show, we was watching some compilations. Some of those like best of moments. Lord, when they was doing the one for Uncle Ruckus. Well, I'm telling you, if you just want to laugh for a few minutes, if you just need something, if you're having a bad day and you just need something to take the edge off, just go pull up like an Uncle Ruckus compilation on YouTube, and I guarantee you'll feel a little bit better afterwards.
Yes.
Look, and after you watch Uncle Ruckus, then pull up A Pimp Named Slickback.
Slickback. Oh, Slickback. Oh,
yeah, because
you talking about Cat Williams now.
But then your boy Stinkmeaner,
also played by Cedric Yarbrough.
Yeah, same dude who did Tom's voice did Stinkmeaner's voice, and he was just this old, mean ass, blind dude who just had what's the best way to put it? He just liked fucking with people. That's just what he did.
Oh no, he was just that mean-spirited black. Just hated everybody.
If he could figure out how to, now he was the like if you look up the definition of a nigger with a hard R,
yes, he's
the definition of a nigger. He was just black-hearted and just evil. Matter of fact, motherfucker was so evil that when he died, that nigga came back as a demon.
Oh no, he whooped Satan's ass. Even Satan bowed down to him.
Remember they thought he was a blind samurai at first?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah,
Huey was like,
yeah. He was like, no, he's the blind samurai. He knows the ways of the, I forgot what it was, but
go ahead. But still, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that shit there was hilarious, man.
But no, Boondocks, that's for shit, bro.
Then of course we had the representation of your corporate white man, Mr. Ed Wunsler.
And played by
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner. Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Mr. Asner. But yeah, man, he played that character well because realistically, when you think about it, he represented all the evils of quote unquote white folks.
Corporate.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even. He was systemic racism. Really, when you think about it, he was systemic racism because he wasn't just racist. He was elitist. He really only cared about money.
Right.
The fact that you were black or Hispanic or anything like that was second to the fact that he was gonna make money off you.
Right. Or if you had money, he was good. He didn't care what color you were.
I mean, dude. Okay, he helped Granddad open a whole restaurant just to drive down the property values in a neighborhood so he could buy it cheaper.
Right.
Oh, the itis.
When he helped Granddad open his restaurant, that was the whole. He was like, "Oh man, this food is so great. Yeah, man, let me help you open up this restaurant."
Yeah, that soul food restaurant.
Yeah,
they called the itis.
Because this nigga was making what was it? Fried chicken.
Collard greens, everything, just soul food.
In between a Krispy Kreme donut for a bun. It was like crazy damn food. People was dying of heart attacks and shit.
And getting fatter and fatter.
Beds in the restaurant and everything.
Because you had a time limit. You could take a nap after you eat. Shit, you had to take a nap after you eat. Because you got that itis, nigga. Mm-hmm. But then, to me, one of the funniest characters was Ed Wunsler III. Ed Wunsler's grandson. Because he was that white boy who wanted to be hood so bad.
Right.
Like, dude, you don't understand what being a thug is.
That'll be played by Charlie Murphy. Charlie Murphy, also rest in peace.
Yeah. But when you don't have no repercussions for what you're doing, because no matter what he did, he didn't get in trouble because his granddad was rich.
Right. Oh yeah, I do remember some episodes where
like that one
where he was just going in, just shooting up just going into a store and just shooting
it up.
And just shooting it up, but they was like, oh. And the owner was like, okay. Yeah.
We'll call your grandpa and he'll straighten it all out.
Yeah, we're good.
He just paid for everything and he never got in trouble.
Right.
But then of course he hung with his best friend, Mr. Jen Rummy.
Oh, that'll be Samuel L. Jackson, my boy.
Let's see, I think it was brilliant to have these two white boys voiced by two of the, like, when you think of a black voice, a male black voice, you damn near hear Charlie Murphy and Samuel L. Jackson's voices in your head.
Yes.
Like, those dudes' voices are iconic.
Say what again?
Say what one more damn time.
And it's funny to hear that from a white...
Coming out of a white face, right? But there was two white boys who wanted to be gangster.
Yeah.
You know?
That was my introduction to Boondocks. My brother was watching something. He said, man, check this out, man. These white dudes are funny as hell. So I'm, okay, let me see what he's watching. Then I hear the voices and I'm seeing what they're doing. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, oh, man. And that's when I started watching that shit. And then went back and watched all kind of other episodes for it and shit.
Oh, but now when they did those two characters, I was like, oh, Samuel L. and Charlie Murphy together.
And then they're going to try to kidnap Oprah.
Yeah,
that was an episode there, right? Where they try to kidnap Oprah.
Okay, but here's the funny part. Okay, so when that episode was originally written, they actually, in the original version of it, they actually succeed in kidnapping Oprah. But the studio, Cartoon Network, basically was like, nah, we think that's kind of risky, man. We don't want to piss off Oprah. And Aaron Magruder even wound up saying, yeah, it's probably a good idea that we didn't actually kidnap Oprah. You know, because fear of Oprah is real. He was like, people don't want to fuck with her because she got enough power and money in Hollywood.
Man, you be
and he actually did say, like, when he was doing the show, like, there were certain subjects that he wouldn't cover because he still wanted to try and work in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. So he knew, like, if, you know, you go too far with some things.
I have a resume.
You'll never work again.
Right?
Don't go up to Oprah.
But yeah, you can't fuck with Oprah. You can't fuck with certain other subjects. But he was smart enough to know where his limitations was.
You fuck with this next one though.
Yeah, because he fucked with R. Kelly bad. He fucked with R. Kelly bad.
Not the golden shower.
But see, okay, so what's funny for me is like, okay, so right around the time this came out was also when Dave Chappelle was on. And Dave Chappelle also made fun of R. Kelly. So in my mind, the Dave Chappelle song "Fucking with R. Kelly" is I always associated with Boondocks, even though they don't have nothing to do with each other. But just in my mind, those are connected.
They making fun of the same shit.
Yes,
that's what's so funny.
Oh man, I can't lie.
Golden shower.
I know this is off the subject, but when Dave Chappelle did that fucking song,
I just want to piss on.
Like drip, drip, drip.
That's crazy.
Open the door and I see your face. I'm gonna piss on it.
And the thing is, I think R. Kelly's like, how you gonna make a song about me pissing on someone? Like, how you gonna piss?
How you gonna make a video about pissing on somebody, nigga? How you gonna make a video about pissing on somebody?
When they started the shit,
just copying you.
Piss, piss, piss.
Drip, drip, drip. But yeah. And then the whole thing with his trial, and honestly, what's really shocking, dude, is like he basically predicted the future. Because when they finally did have the R. Kelly trial, you did have black folks standing there, oh, don't mess with R. Kelly. This nigga's a pedophile.
No.
Yes.
This nigga's a pedophile, and y'all standing up there defending him like he's being like persecuted in some form of fashion.
Out there just dancing.
Punish some of their parents that let them little girls do that.
I honestly think they should have, because some of them parents knew, man. Some of them parents goddamn knew.
I'm gonna take my 16, 17-year-old to this grown man's house
and leave her there?
Yeah.
Are you fucking crazy?
No. You talking about R. Kelly? Oh,
no.
No, you talking about the one who dated Aaliyah when she was underage
and her parents should have had their ass whooped for letting that shit happen.
Right. Yep. That was
so.
I can totally understand wanting to let your kids have a career. You know, especially if they're talented. Nobody's denying that Aaliyah wasn't, you know, talented. I'm sure she probably could have had a career.
But
if she had never fucked with R. Kelly, she probably would have still been found some way to be famous.
He trying to marry her. She was underage.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Her parents need to have their ass whooped for letting that happen.
They need to be punished for something.
Because ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. A dude married my 15, 16-year-old daughter, and you still gonna be walking around okay.
You know, I know. I mean, I could understand. Oh, yeah, she'll be rich. No, fuck that. She's not of age yet. She might become something rich herself, richer than that motherfucker.
And the minute I find out you even looking at her like that, we ain't having no more business to do with you.
Right.
I was like, no. Because now I know, even if you're thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna wait till she 18. No, nigga, you're not finna groom my daughter.
Right.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You know.
And that's the thing that pisses me off about a lot of those women he got convicted with, was that he was allowed to do that because those parents was just letting those girls go with it.
Right. They just figured R. Kelly. Oh, yeah. Oh, my daughter dates R. Kelly.
They gonna have
to look at you like, wait, your daughter, the 16-year-old? What's wrong with you? You gonna let this motherfucker date your daughter? You need whooped.
But yeah, man, that shit there was. Oh. But like I said, a lot of things about the Boondocks almost were prophetic, because when you see the way a lot of things turned out, it's like when they talked about it in the show, that's exactly what wound up happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit, look at the way they made the predictions about how you made predictions about hip hop and the breakdown, I guess you could say, of like the classic image of what we talk about when we say an MC or somebody who's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Even that image has changed, you know, but some people, you know, in my mind, yeah, of course it's a natural progression. Each generation is going to do things a little differently. But if I'm being real, at my age, I look at that and I go, okay, that's a little, you know, I get it ain't for me, and I'm not passing judgment on it, but I'm just looking at it like, okay, what are y'all doing? But yeah, then that brings us to like your boy MLK.
I got a dream.
Now see,
that was an interesting episode.
To me, that was one of the best things he could have ever done.
Right?
That was an interesting episode.
That was cool because how he acts there is how he really would have been.
I honestly believe. Now see, what's funny is like people like Al Sharpton and stuff was all up in arms because they said Martin Luther King would have never said the word nigga. And they had him say nigga in the episode.
Right.
But honestly, I believe that if Martin Luther King had come back today and seen what the world was like, how it's turned out, I think he might have said the word nigga, like y'all some niggas.
But before we go on, that episode it started off really MLK after his quote unquote assassination never actually died. He was just
in a coma.
He was in a coma. And then he woke up
30-year coma.
30-year coma. And then woke up to nowadays time. And then realizing that, oh Lord, what's going on here? This is not my dream.
It'd be the same if George Washington and them came back.
Oh man, could you imagine?
I mean, this would be like,
could you imagine?
Not what we pictured at all.
Man, with black people running around free. Oh my God!
That was never in them. I mean, they never even fathomed that shit.
Nope.
You know, and they would never thought like, what y'all made cannabis illegal? What's wrong with y'all? We need that shit.
Like that shit was a staple. What y'all talking about?
Yeah,
I used to grow it in my backyard. What you talking about?
Honestly, I think a lot of quote unquote conservatives would be, their feelings would get hurt if like somebody like George Washington or Thomas Jefferson or something came back. Because if you look at things like the Federalist Papers, and I know I'm getting off on a tangent here, but if you look at things like the Federalist Papers and stuff like that, a lot of those dudes would have hated the system that we wound up with now, right, as far as how the political parties and stuff is set up. They would not. This is not what they wanted.
Right.
And so they'd be looking at it like, y'all fucked it up.
Yeah, y'all fucked it up.
Y'all fucked it up.
Let them people real free.
We told y'all to change it up every now and again because it was going to have to change to accommodate different things.
What about Reagan and Trump? That's not
we're not going to go down that path.
That would be for another session.
I'm going to give an honorable mention to your boy Thugnificent.
Thugnificent.
Just because the name of that character alone was brilliant.
Right, Thugnificent.
Like, dude, if they had done it on the show, I guarantee you some rapper would have named himself that.
Played by Carl Jones.
Yeah.
Or they would not did it thinking I don't want to copy. Everybody would know why I'm calling myself Thugnificent. That's
why I say if it hadn't come out, if it hadn't come out in the show, it probably would have happened in real life. But
played by the actor Carl Jones. Yeah, that was funny.
It was
unique.
A great encapsulation of the quote unquote rapper, and it was brilliant, man. It was just brilliant. One of my I keep saying favorite characters, but I mean there were so many. They're just lovable damn characters, and a pimp named Slickback.
A pimp named Slickback, and that was his whole name too.
Yes, you have to say the whole thing, Tom. Yes, like even a pimp name part. Yes, every time.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Right, you got to say the whole thing.
So hello, Mr. Back.
No,
the pimp called
Slickback.
You know, that was the funny part.
Like, you don't have to add the mister. Just a pimp named Slickback will do.
For a tattoo.
That nigga say, but yes, I'm a pimp named Slickback, and I think I left some property around here.
Right.
Oh, there she is.
Where are my bitches?
He was like,
what did he say? He said, Tom, it has been brought to my attention that you might have a bitch dependency problem. Right. This is an intervention, Tom. I'm here to help you with your bitch dependency. Now, we take bitch dependency very serious because being dependent on a bitch can fuck with your mind, can fuck with your emotions, and worst of all, it can fuck with your money, Tom.
Right.
Your boy was laying it down. He was giving serious pimp knowledge.
Cat Williams.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah, Cat Williams did that part perfectly. He was the perfect dude for that part.
No, and the way they drew him, perfect. That was like just right.
Man, like
it was like Granddad was like he was like when Cat came up, or not Cat, when the pimp came,
Slickback.
The pimp called Slickback came over and it was like Granddad was like, oh, this is a woman. He was like, a woman? No, this is a hoe.
He's like, no, sir. This here is a hoe.
Like a woman.
He's like, you got to get it right. When he told Tom, he said, what did he say? He said, 90-something% of women suffer from some form of hearing loss. He said, so obviously, talking to a bitch is not the best way to communicate with them. Sometimes you have to hit a bitch.
Right.
Oh, God.
Oh, but yeah, watch the show.
Man, I'm telling you.
Right.
And then, of course, what would the discussion of Boondocks be?
How much time we got?
We got time.
time.
How much? Tell me.
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, we got
what discussion of Boondocks would be complete without talking about the most memorable character on the show all times, the Booty Warrior,
Fleece Johnson, also played by Carl Jones.
Jones. Yeah.
Not
man,
the Booty Warrior.
That dude there. I mean, to take that character first of all, because Fleece Johnson
is a real person,
the real life person, Fleece Johnson. And if you don't know who Fleece Johnson is, I guarantee you, if you've seen memes of any kind, you've seen something that mentions Fleece Johnson in the I like you and I want you. Now we can either do this the hard way or we can do this the easy way. The choice is yours. So
this is the actual dude.
And here's an assignment for those of you who've never seen it. Now there's a documentary. It was I think it was a Scared Straight or one of those kind of documentaries.
No, but something like this.
Something like that.
Just type in Fleece Johnson.
Just go on YouTube, type in Fleece Johnson, and watch the video that come up. You need to see the real dude.
The real booty warrior.
The real booty warrior. Your boy say.
They can see him now.
Your boy say booty was more important than water. Booty was more important than food. He say a man's butt is the most important thing in prison.
Yes.
And for those of you who like to sag your pants, oh, he looking at you.
Oh, he's coming to get you.
Yeah, and
he got out of jail.
Yeah,
he actually did. He actually got out of jail. So Fleece Johnson is loose in the world. The booty warrior is loose. But yeah, man,
take a good look at.
What was his name? The dude that did the TV show Catch a Predator. Henson or something like that.
Tom Henson, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was. This is how they introduced the booty warrior. Because the character Tom, because he's a attorney, he used to send black people to jail, black dudes to jail, but he was afraid to go to jail because he didn't want to get raped.
Well, if you remember, they showed in one episode where he, as a kid, had watched like one of those Scared Straight kind of things.
Okay.
And but they were showing like it got graphic and they showed dudes getting raped. And so from the time he was a child, he had a fear of going to prison and getting raped by another dude.
Yeah, but you used to send dudes to jail.
You're a lawyer. That's what you do.
Right.
But nigga just didn't want to get raped.
Wasn't that the episode he took the kids?
It was supposed to be kind of like a Scared Straight program, but then in that episode, the booty warrior decides he was like, I like you, and I want you. He thought Tom was pretty.
Right. Yeah, he used Tom as an example, but
he wasn't playing. He was serious.
Yeah,
he was like, nah, I'm finna get your booty, nigga. And matter of fact, he wound up having to fight him in the showers,
right?
But chucking soap at him like he was
Ninja Star.
Like Ninja Star.
With soap. That's funny.
Getting beat the shit out of by bars of soap, man. I was like, okay, dude, really?
I like this.
But then he wound up slipping on one of his own bars of soap. He wound up. That's how Tom wound up getting away. Because otherwise,
can't have my booty.
Tom was finna get his booty taken, man. He was finna get his booty taken.
It was that scream
where they could have to go by Tom's house. Hey, Tom.
Like, right?
Yeah, I'm out.
Like, hey, Tom.
But no, Fleece Johnson is he's not just raping Negroes in jail, but he was actually violent. I'm talking about extremely violent. When he said you can do it this hard way, he meant that. He was like, you can either give it to me, I'm just gonna take it.
And the reason why they call him the booty warrior is because the man said in his own interview, he's like, yeah, he's like, ain't no shame in my game. I do what I do. He said, but I'm a warrior too.
Yeah, it's like I was like, you can be a guard. Anybody, like, if I see you, I like you, and I want you. We can either do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. It's your choice. This Negro is out. This Negro is out of jail.
Booty.
That's it.
Now, if you sagging out there,
honestly, I wonder if he's out of jail. Since he's out of jail now, I wonder if he still
wants some dudes.
If he still do dudes, or if he's gone back to women.
He might not like women.
Yeah, it might not.
If he is, he just doing it in the booty.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
He like ass. So either or. He's out. So if you
probably equal opportunity employee. He probably swing both ways.
But if you're a dude out there and you
whatever he can get.
If you're a dude out there and you sagging your pants and you come across him, hey, that's on you.
You might walk up on you behind you.
When you feel that breath on the back of your neck.
I won't you.
We're gonna make the booty warrior like Candyman. Right? You said name in the mirror 3 times. Booty warrior. Booty warrior. Booty warrior.
You come up behind.
You come up behind.
Instead of that, it's like when you're pulling your pants up. As soon as they stop where they stop, he shows up behind you. You like you?
Put a hand on your shoulder. I like you.
You know, just
and I want you.
Either
We can
way
take this
or
the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Right,
The
right.
choice is yours.
I'm sorry, that's just the funniest freaking
That
booty
is-
warrior.
that is
That's fucking funny.
That is the funniest and most terrifying line all
I've
at the
ever
same
heard.
time. Because can you imagine you in jail and that's when somebody come up to you talk about, I like
One
you.
of the most violent
And I
dudes in
want
there is like, hey, seizures? Dude, no, this is why I am not in jail. This is why I've always been a good
I always said if I had to go to prison to do it in
Dude.
real time,
Dude,
you just might as well kill me, dude.
I'm too pretty. I'm too pretty.
Shit. I ain't ready to fight that hard.
Well,
Cause
you want the easy way.
you gonna have to kill me, dude.
Oh, you want the hard
What
way.
was that one comedian? I can't remember which one it was, but he was like, just cover yourself with shit.
Oh, that was Martin Lawrence.
Just
He was like, I'm just gonna shit on myself. I ain't
smear it
gonna
all
bathe
over
and
yourself
nothing.
and don't bathe.
You
And
want it.
If you want some ass, you're gonna get some
you
nasty
gonna get some
ass.
stanky ass.
I'm gonna walk around. I just, my hands stink. And I'm like,
Nobody gonna hate. No, that's that nigga that stink. Don't fuck with him.
that nigga whole cell stink. No.
all right, well, let's end this show.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Yeah, definitely. So thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for sticking with us, I should say. We hope you at least laughed with us a few times. We tried to keep it funny
We
because
seizures, we likes you, and we want you to join the show.
honestly, if you can't laugh at Boondocks, then something is wrong with you.
Right, right.
So please check out the website, www.thadailysmoke.com. If you want to know what's going on with us, if you want to maybe come on the show and join us, if you even have some ideas for the show, go check out the website,
Yes.
submit it on there, and we will definitely take it into consideration. If you want to be on the show, hey, we're looking to have some interested guests. And another thing, I mentioned, I think, on the last episode that we're going to be having a special guest on coming up from an independent comic pretty soon. So here's the thing. If you know somebody who does their own independent comics or writes books or any of that kind of stuff, we are interested in having those kind of people on the show.
Yes.
Just like we talk about our favorite books, TV shows, comic books, and all of this, we also want to help up-and-coming artists, who are trying to get this stuff out there. Yeah, we only got 1,000 followers. We got 1,000 so followers right now.
We're
but
still young.
That's a lot of people who potentially could see your stuff. So if you're somebody out there that's a creative and you got something that you want to share, let us help you get it out. We would love to help promote your stuff. So please get with us on the website and let us know, and we would definitely try to get you on the show. And even if you're not in the Houston area, we can remote you in and you can be on by video chat. So
Yes.
don't worry about it. We got you. So www.thadailysmoke.com. And if you want to donate, check out the Cash App, $TD Smoke. We'll take anything, but if you can't contribute, then like I always say, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. If you can't donate, then at least help us out that way, and we really appreciate it.
See us every day.
Exactly. Monday through Friday, we're going to be here, and who knows? We might even be coming up with some stuff for y'all on the weekend.
If y'all like food,
Let them marinate on that for a minute. Let them just marinate on that for a minute.
Stuff coming.
But all right, y'all. I'm your boy, Brother Jam,
boy, Black Hand.
Brother Los on the cam.
and we are the Daily Smoke. Thank you for joining us on the Smoke Session. We are out. Peace.
Wakanda forever.
This nigga.